Welcome to Brainstorm MTG. I'm ELD, and this is Fast Effect Double Speed Magic the Gathering. Here we have Carl on possibly Grixis versus myself on Cephalid Breakfast. This is part of the Wednesday Night Legacy every week at ELD's Time Vault Games. And him to Torok coming out from Carl, looking like Grixis and Troll, a pretty reasonable guess here. And a Tundra being fetched out in response. Will we see a Brainstorm? Yes, we will. Gonna try and hide some of the goods. Goods may be a bit of a stretch with Cephalid Breakfast. This deck is jank, but it is spicy. There are a bunch of combo pieces that belong in the graveyard, so that's about all you can hope for here with him. Cavern of Souls going to the bin could have been a powerful weapon against Carl's counters. Though the combo somewhat resilient against counters due to the key pieces being creatures, getting around cards like Spell Pierce and Flusterstorm, and Stoneforge Mystic as well. That's going to grab a Batterskull. So this kind of, on the surface, looks like a Stoneblade situation. We've got a Wasteland on that Tundra. Little does he know my hand is basically just mana. And Dark Confidant on the other side, revealing Delver. So the Grixis guess now completely out of the bag. This is some type of blue-black Delver. And Stoneforge is going to be activating and putting in. There's the Batterskull. Little Marvel token there. DC Amalgam Comics. Bonus points to anybody that knows the name of the Wolverine Batman hybrid from the Marvel DC crossover event. And Ponder here. Batterskull, a very powerful weapon against Delver. Especially if a mana base can stick around. And there's an Aether Vial. Probably setting off alarm bells here for Carl. I'm not actually sure what that card is. Oh, Inquisition. I think that's a new art Inquisition. Kozilek. Fetching down to 13. Goyf on the other side. That is a bit bigger, I believe, at this point than the Batterskull. And 5 mana not in sight. Of course, being able to pick up Batterskull with a Stoneforge Mystic, turning it into a 5/6 with Vigilance. Very powerful effect. Location there. For Carl, I believe a Daze. Ponder. Pretty good shape here. Going to be surprised if he shuffles. Ponder can ensure that Dark Confidant doesn't accidentally make this game spiral out of control. A Force of Will off the top, for example, could be very, very bad if revealed to Dark Confidant. And Fatal Push, taking out the Germ. Lots of damage coming through with Goyf and Delver. Pick up Batterskull. If this life gain situation is going to be good enough, or if it's going to be time to pivot. Nomad and Core. Potential blocker. Stoneforge putting in Batterskull could provide a little bit of relief, but no. Abrupt Decay taking out the Germ. Got a problem here. Gonna, at this point, probably going to need to combo. Nomad and Core, possibly blocking Goyf. And no, letting it go. Brainstorm. I gotta think that's probably incorrect. May have been the right play to just try and find a way to combo from here. I think Batterskull just not going to be good enough. A counter on Brainstorm, and that's going to do it. Reprint Brainstorm over there. Very polarizing art. I actually don't mind it. I just don't think it stacks up at all compared to the beautiful Mercadian Masks art. A Wasteland from Carl. No response. Hymn to Torok clearing the hand. This should be a wrap. Goyf getting chumped down to 2. No way of winning with just 1 card here. And that should do. Dread Return in hand. No thanks. Let's move on to game number 2. Perhaps a little ring rust there. Not moving towards the Cephalid kill. Stoneforge might be plan A versus Delver. Tough to say. Game 1, probably still best to go for the combo if it's available to you, but Batterskull a very viable option. Sideboard, there's also Umezawa's Jite, or Jitters if you will. Card can be a powerhouse versus the tiny butts featured in Delver. Cards like Young Pyromancer, Dark Confidant, supporting characters like Thalia and other aggro strategies. All of them just get mowed down with those -1/-1 counters. Not really a lot you can do with it in terms of enabling your combo. You can always plus the Cephalid Illusionist and then minus him to start milling, but that's not really going to be the best use of the counters. Swinging for 5 a turn is probably good enough there. And there's been many games that I have won doing exactly that. Just swinging with a 1/1 carrying equipment. You do have counter spells and a little bit of disruption in the form of Cabal Therapy. Often that can be enough. Keep the shields down. Coming across for some beats every turn. Narcomoeba in hand, not a great card to have. Brainstorm really pulls a lot of weight. Deck. A couple of Cephalid Illusionists, along with the Cavern. Of course, the Illusionist being taken. Looks like not casting Illusionist. Match. I think might have been my first one back with playing Cephalid Breakfast. Did go on to put up some very good results, but I am questioning my lines of play here. There's the Cephalid Illusionist, no counter from Carl, even though there was a Cavern. And some type of kill spell. Is that Assassin? No, it wouldn't have been Assassin Trophy. Would have searched the land. I'm not actually sure what that was. Narcomoeba being hard cast. Here's Cabal Therapy showing a couple of cards. Just Thoughtseize left in hand, and we are in a train wreck situation. Wasteland being fired off. Thoughtseize clearing out. So just Cavern in my hand and a couple of lands on the other side. We've got Brainstorm in response to Leovold, being a Swords to Plowshares, and another Cephalid Illusionist. Not actually need to target any of Carl's permanents in order to win with the combo, which is interesting. Mother of Runes and Cephalid Illusionist can start milling very slowly with Mother of Runes. Oh, but he's got more removal. There's a Fatal Push, getting rid of some Swords to Plowshares and a Brainstorm. Not looking great. Mother of Runes does stick around, and there's another one. Goyf and Leovold versus a pair of Moms. Narcomoeba coming down. And this is going to be a standstill. These creatures are going to be vulnerable to removal. And Cephalid Illusion is now making things interesting. Oh, there goes Umezawa's Jite. Couple of protections. And taking damage from one creature here. I cannot actually tell what that card is. I am not sure. The card at the top of the screen is. Labman goes into the bin. Same deal as before. Now, oh, actually, we've got a triple block on Leovold. 1-for-1 trade. And just a little too late on that move. It looks like we're going to have Delver flipping. In all likelihood, this will be a wrap. Going to need Narcomoeba or something to block. Just 3 life. It does flip. Oh, and it's the worst. One of the worst cards that we could see here. So, going to need to hit Narcomoeba. So giving Cephalid Pro Black. And no Narcomoeba, so yeah, no way we're going to be able to block from here. Just a little too strong. Not enough. And Carl taking it down in 2 against Cephalid Breakfast, making it look easy.